Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. This is the I'veReadThis.com YouTube channel, and my name is Anne Logan, and today is December 2nd, which means I am going to be unveiling the second chocolate and short story from my advent calendars today. So let's start with the Godiva chocolate advent calendar. Just an FYI, I pre-search out the number on these advent calendars before I reveal them on camera because it actually takes me a long time to scan through all the numbers and find, especially this one. Like you can see the numbers are really tiny and kind of hard to see. And number 2 took me a long time because it's covered by all these pictures. So here we go, number 2. Let's see what's in here. The chocolate I had yesterday was really good. It was like a little milk chocolate square. Oh, this is cute. A little Santa Claus, and it says Godiva on the back. And it's like you can tell this is expensive chocolate because look at the mold that they would have had to use. It's not just flat on one side. It's like a 3D Santa. That stuff's expensive. I've taken a chocolate making workshop before. I know this now. So I can't wait to eat this. I'm gonna prop them up here while I finish my video. Okay, now I have chocolate in my hands. So, story number 2 today. And before I get into the actual story, just another comment on the design of this. Really beautiful. I don't think I mentioned yesterday, all the stories are sealed. So you gotta rip the sticker, which is a very satisfying feeling in the early morning when I read this. And today's has another triangle. So I'm guessing triangles kind of like the design of this month. I really like it, actually. I think it works. Again, I still think it sort of looks like a mountain. And the color scheme's really interesting. So it's kind of this mint green, gray, and a mustard yellow. Bold choice, I will say, but I am getting used to it, and it's starting to grow on me. And not very Christmassy, but that's okay because I don't think everyone who's reading this advent calendar celebrates Christmas. So it's very inclusive coloring as well, which I'm always a fan of. So today's story, oops, jumping out of my hands, is called Slower by Sarah Levine. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And based on the bio in the back, it says that she's published 1 novel and 1 short story collection, and she lives in Chicago. And this story was originally published in 2010. And based on last year's short story advent calendar, I had a few comments from viewers mention that they were able to search out some of the stories that were included in this calendar, and some of them were just available online and stuff. So keep track of that as we go through this month, because you might be able to find some of these online without having to purchase the calendar itself. But I will say that I'm going to do a giveaway of this advent calendar, the short story one, obviously not the chocolate one. I'm going to do a giveaway of the short story advent calendar in early January once I'm done with it. So I'm not sure if I'll make that a blog contest or a Twitter contest, but stay tuned for that as well. So today's story is called Slower, and this one is really, it's a bit melancholy, I'd say. It's got a bit of a sad ending too. No one dies, but it's not a happy ending for sure. It's about a young couple, and they've had a baby, and they don't have a lot of money, so they're currently living in the bottom floor of a house that one of their uncles is letting them live in for rent-free, but it's kind of it's not in the greatest shape. There's mold in some of the rooms that they can't get rid of, and it's not in the greatest neighborhood, although they talk about this issue around the neighborhood. It's there's definitely issues of race in this story, which kind of thickens the plot and is really interesting aspect to the writing. But basically this couple is struggling emotionally and financially, and the father has really connected quite strongly with his baby daughter, and he's slowed down his life, which was already quite slow to begin with. He's slowed down his life to spend more time connecting with her when she's a baby. And the mother is struggling to connect with her child, and she's also becoming a paralegal, and she is the kind of main breadwinner, so she's under quite a bit of pressure. And basically the story is just about how they're kind of struggling. Like, they aren't getting along as well. The lack of sleep is hard for them both. And it seems like they're sort of moving in different directions. At the same time, the father is collecting rent for this uncle from his other tenants, because he's like lives in the area already. So he straps the baby to his chest and goes to collect rent. But it's hard for him to do that because so many other people in these houses and apartments are struggling financially as well. So a lot of complicated emotions in this one. And, you know, as the mother of a 6-month-old currently and a 3.5-year-old, it's difficult for me to read about families who are struggling, because it just makes me realize how lucky I am. You know, I've got such a supportive husband and wonderful family members and like a steady income. So many people in the world aren't lucky enough to have that. And this story is just another reminder of that, the struggles that so many people have. So yeah, kind of a sad story, but that's okay because it's still early on December and I don't like too many Christmassy things early on. It feels like we're jumping the gun a bit. So I really enjoyed this one as well. Very different from yesterday's, not as lighthearted, but still really enjoyable to read. So there you have it, December 2nd. And no Smokey today. I'm not sure where she is. She's probably hiding under all the Christmas boxes, something like that. But I'll try to get her into tomorrow's video. And I guess I'll just talk to you guys then. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll chat tomorrow about the next short story and chocolate. Bye!